Hello, 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 hello. How are we all? Hello to Heterodony, JJ, Andrew, the astronaut, Lego Snake, uh, Play Nation, or however you want to pronounce that, City Panther 869. Right, better let everyone on the Discord know we are streaming. Having fixed my keyboard the other day, I seem to now be having issues with certain keys. The T and the... What are you doing? The T and the spacebar are kind of... Why aren't you behaving yourself? The T and the spacebar are kind of sticky, which is a real pain in the backside. Right! Let's get rid of you. Oh, I can move this across to there, can I? Ah, that's useful. Whenever you do, I just learned whenever you do like a vertical split in a split screen, you can move the split. That is handy. How many craft are in that save file? We will find out. I have been sent one new one specifically for today. So we are going to look at that one. So hopefully I'll get in 3. So we're going to do that one last. The one we received for the last stream, but I couldn't fit it in. That will be second. For our first one, we are going right back. Because I like to clear out some of the sort of the legacy craft from the list. Someone asked how many craft are in this save file now. Let's have a shifty. Oh, come on. 1053 now. Right. So, today's thumbnail craft, and the craft we're going to look at first, one I was sent quite a while ago. I did have a... this is by Professional Dinosaur, who contacted me after the last stream to say, how come my craft hasn't been on? And the answer is, well, the way I prioritise craft, if you'll excuse me, is I'll do one from sort of the legacy ones, but I'll always try and prioritise people who are on the stream, particularly people who are sort of like, particularly people who make themselves known on the stream. If you're just sat there lurking and don't say a word, then I've kind of got no chance there. Sugar-free apple tango, in case anyone's wondering. Start with Adam Kerman, the first of our patron Kerbals. Kelly, hello! "2024's been a bit weird so far. And it's been particularly weird in one respect. And that one respect is this year I've had absolutely no problem so far remembering that it's 2024. What did I just do? I'm going to change that. Right, we're going to go straight. We're just going to go straight back into the space plane. There's a few bits that need tweaking. Legisnake, how did you send your craft to me, and were any of them for tonight specifically? Interesting off-center strut there. Right. Let us, as we always should, check our staging. I think we're good. Do we have a hotkey set up for the engines? I am gonna take that off of the. Should I do that? I'm gonna just do my normal one. Switch mode will do that, and then 2 will do the GAL 8. And this is going to be the adjusted version, isn't it? So, right. Let's go back to the thing. Vulcan, hello! Oh yes, I got your. I got them. Yeah. So those will be, or a selection of them will be coming at the next mailbag. 5 likes, thank you very much, everybody. This week I've remembered to turn down the desktop audio in the mix, but I didn't remember to turn down my my own headphones. Oh, we've already got some intake issues. Hopefully as we get a bit faster. There we go. Just pull back on the old stick and we've lost something. What did we lose? We've lost the underside air brakes. Well, not ideal, but we'll keep going. So fuel loadout, oxidizer as well. One thing I did notice when I was looking at this in the space plane hangar is no, that seems to be okay actually. Whee! Turn rate is not fantastic. I think weight may have an issue, may have something to do with that. Okay. So it's got a fair amount of turning authority. It's just right. A few things to tidy up. How heavy is this thing? 31 tons. Let's strip all the fuel out of here. Let's get them to liquid fuel tanks. Strip all the fuel out of there. This does sort of assume that Professional Dinosaur has fuel switch enabled. Hopefully he does. Okay. That's interesting. Need to move the centre of mass forward a bit. What I might do is, where are you? Is this going to look a bit too weird? Where are you? The radially mountable air intake. There you are. We just want to do something like that, just to up the air intakiness of it. I probably want. We're going to stick some more air intakes on it. Where's not going to make it look too weird? You know what, I think that might be the best option. Yeah, I'm going to have to stick it. I want to get it as far forward as possible to stop it from aggravating this whole thing. And then we're going to want to grab you and bring you back a bit. Right. Where is our centre of mass? So we're going to have about 400 units. Hang on, just let me line that up again. Ugh. Okay. We do 160 in there, then we need 240 in there. That's pretty much spot on. Okay. These I want to move these forward. They don't clip on the ground so easily. So our first little set of improvements, let's see what's happened. This is looking more promising. Right. You are going to be taken off of roll. Or do we want them on? So I'm thinking next step is to start... Oh, we've gone quite high without me realising it. Next step is to start sort of notching down the... Oh my god, what's happening here? Next step is to sort of start notching down the authorities on these. Let's see, take you down to 15. Let's just take everything down to 15. I'll double check that's sort of somewhere in the right ballpark in a second. Yeah, you're probably alright. Let's take you down to 12. I think you're the only thing in the yaw axis, so we don't need to worry about coordinating the control surfaces quite as much. Still getting a nasty little bit of air intake loss, but nothing horrific. Okay, I'm going to take you down to 10. And we're going to turn you off of pitch. I might turn down the thrust limit, sorry, the gimbal limit. Are we just going down on our asses, are we? I thought I already did that. Hang on, are these? No, they are in symmetry. I thought I just did that. Did I do that to something else? Yeah, I'm not sure about the targeting pod. Also, this thing seems to be getting a little less and less stable as we go on. What happens if we just turn off all the gimbling on this thing? Those AIM-18 Pythons. Oh god, that's very close to the ground. And we're going to take it into land. for one reason and one reason only. So we can do this. Right. Okay, I think I've seen what I need to see. KCQR, hello, can you check while in space planning if you have Saturn? Yeah, I've got the Saturn engines. The thing is, we've got these two huge control surfaces. Where was the centre of mass again? There. I mean, those are going to be doing something. These are going to be doing something centre of, sort of like pitching moment-wise. But not an awful lot. Those are all the Elevon 4s. And I'm going to take them off of. I think I'll take those all off of pitch. Let's get them looking. The thing I'm going to do is, you're definitely not on yaw. We're not going to have you on pitch. I'm going to get you down to 15, as I said, tops for the moment. So using the Elevon 4s, you get. Oh, damn it! Symmetry was not on. Okay, it gives you a nice sort of like the biggest surface, the biggest control surface area per sort of wing surface length. I want to put another one in there. Let's make some nice flaps. Now this craft. How much are those clipped in by? Those are clipped in quite a distance. This can produce a ridiculous amount of turning moment. I'm just going to turn that down to 10. Obviously that's not going to be on yaw, that's fine. I think I want to turn you down to 10, just so you can be a little bit more responsive. It's clearly unbalanced in its current role. You don't need the targeting pod. You know, just make a version with a thing on the bottom that allows you to do the targeting pod, but at the moment it's just, I don't know why we need the strut. So make sure everything's auto strut. I don't think it'll even need auto strutting looking at it. So that should hopefully fix any off-center weight. Maybe get these a little bit further behind the centre of mass because it was looking a little wobbly on the runway. Also, they're not quite touching the fuselage, which is kind of bugging me a little bit. So we're just going to move those up a bit. I think, if anything, we need to increase the stability of this craft, because it's just a little bit too ridiculous as things stand. The other problem it has, I'm going to knock you down to 25. The other problem it has, I think it's just a wing area problem. I think what we're going to do is have a couple of these top and bottom. Yeah, let's turn the snapping on as we move it. Just bury it slightly. What does that do for us? What does that do for us? Well, it opens up this little bit here without it looking too janky. Such that we can just start sticking on some extra wing surface. Too much that way. Do we want to start doing something like that? Why is that delta wing, that's structural wing type A? Why is that clipping inside? That hasn't been tweak scaled. That has been tweak scaled. Okay. Not my normal way of doing anything, but each to their own, I suppose. These, now that everything else has come back, these will need to come back a bit further, I think. That gives us a bit more space to pull these back, a bit more space to pull this back. Maybe pull you a bit further forward. Right. I think I will take these off of roll. Alexandra Abacase, sorry, destroying. What mods are you using? Oh god, there's a thing on the there's a thing on the Discord. Sorry. Ren, hello. Let's switch for a different Kerbal. Ben. Go down them in alphabetical order. And it's half past. It's just time for me to say super chat isn't there. Would you like to support the channel that way, or if you'd like to support the channel in any other way, there are links to the PayPal and the Patreon in the description. You too can get your own little patron Kerbal, like Adam and Ben Kerman here, as well as the name at the end of the videos, access to the Patreon and Discord, access to everything I upload to Patreon. Those last two, not a lot going on at the moment, but yeah, hopefully in the future. And yes, all your very, very, very kind contributions go towards helping me make this a bigger and better channel. Oh, it's not liking that. Ah! I overcooked it. I overcooked it. See you later, Kelly. Let's see if I can do that again, but good. I mean, could we notch that down further? Whoop. It's still not quite got the wing surface area to I might put these back on for roll. Okay, yeah, I think this is a darn sight more controllable. Yep, 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 yep. Yeah, it's sort of stability versus maneuverability versus wing area kind of stuff going on here, and it's, I mean, it's a pretty heavy boy anyway. 18.38 tons, which is 60% of what it was when we began. Still got that little oversteer tendency, hasn't it? At about 200 meters per second, so that's how fast it'll be travelling when it starts to dogfight. I think we must get away with ramping that up a bit. A little bit more. Turn off the gimbal limit on that altogether. What sort of performance are we looking at? Pretty good. Just need that. Let's stick it on half and see what that leaves us with. Dare we trot it all the way up to 100? Maybe a little far, 75. $60. Yeah, okay. What are we doing with that? 8. We whack that up to 10 now. Okay, you can go super manoeuvrable, but it takes a lot of effort. See you later, Ren. Yeah, I'll stick you on 10. I'll notch you down to, well, I'll be up to 60% on this. I know, it's a fun little thing. Let's get some flaps on this. Why not? Okay. One last quick test. And we'll just stick it straight into a dogfight. Ah! Very much sort of been a flight characteristics fixing thing, fixing craft. This one. I haven't really got onto the like the weapons and stuff, but you know, you just fix what's in front of you, I suppose. I don't want you to. Still got that little bit of wobble, hasn't it? Okay, 200 meters per second to try bring it over the top. It's not too unstable if it does lose engine, I think. Some flaws kind of inherent in the design. I think we'll have to roll with it though. Yeah, I think ideally, yeah, but I think with this one, I'm just gonna sort of look at the flight characteristics and leave it at that, because we've got more craft to get through. So this will be updated version, original version. Where did we get to? Ben Kerman. So Bryce, Ghosty, Gorilla, GT, Ion, Josh. Spawn only. Header Rodney, hello! It's noon. US West Coast? Right. Let's see if those codes are worth the money we paid for them. See if that code is worth the money. Oh, this one's having fun. Mid-flight craft correction. Where the fudge are you trying to go? Clearly the AI is not as enamoured with my changes as I am. Right. Okay, let's bring this down to 40. Pontus Bankson, hello! Cruising under influence. Damn CUI. Right. Let's try that again. Price, Ghosty, Gorilla, GT, Ion, Josh. Gorilla Kerman. Yes. Hang on, just let me double check something now you've said that. Yes, Gorilla Bond is the username of one of my patrons, and Gorilla Kerman is in his honour. Right, let's see if we can do something this time. Okay, better so far. Problem is, it's sort of beyond the... Where are you trying to go? Why were you pulling up and over into a dive? But what it should be doing, right? Now you're following. I do not understand it. Some magical mushrooms for dessert. Yeah. Revert flight to space plane hangar. Notch those down. You know, I'm going to turn those all the way up. I'm going to try something. Make sure you're saved. AOA limit, that would be... I'm trying not to get into the AI setting, or just the general settings like that. No, it is an AI setting, isn't it? Trying to get the craft to behave itself without resorting to that. Runway 3s. Where were we? I keep doing this sort of like gambling on me having fixed it. But this might not be the best way to do this because it's taking a long time. I suspect this might have to do just with how much control wing surface area our rear control surfaces have there. Alright. That seems to be going smoother. Our opponents are in the air as well. Clouds are officially cool. They are definitely like the superior control surface, but it's sort of like a shame that they're like an innovation after their time in a sense. What is going on with you? Where is team leader? I just need to point you in that direction and get you up there. That is, if he doesn't drop out the sky first. And now the other guy is now this guy's struggling. Right. And these guys are fine. I'm going to call that an improvement. Yeah, I'm about to say about canards, they are definitely like the superior, for a fighter craft, they're definitely the superior pitch axis control surface. The problem is, as we move into like a more modern age, they do have problems with stealth. It's their Achilles heel. That's obviously the four-plane. I'm talking about a four-plane canard. Can you get tailplane canard? What is a canard? What is the technical definition? Forward of the main wing. Yes, it is. So the canard is by definition a foreplane. Well, I think just by default we have to say that's a massive improvement. Right. So that's the Airfighter 13 as per professional design. So if I do your craft, I fix your craft and you want the upgraded version, then please hassle me on Discord until I send it to you, because I'll forget otherwise. Trying to aim to fit 3 in. Well, aiming to fit 3 in, I should say. So the next one is by LT for Life. Going to slightly, that was sort of like, that was, let me actually make a note of that we've done that one. So that was our sort of our legacy one for today, coming a bit more towards craft I received recently. XF, keep going, keep going. I am doing the right one, aren't I? Wait, where the hell's that gone? It's not a steam craft, is it? That I should have. No. Where have you gone then? Yeah, 1054 is the answer. Let me see if I can. Let me re-download that. I did not have it in there. That would explain why I could not find it. Yeah, people keep sending me stuff, mostly because I asked them to, of course, which was the mistake. Yeah. I mean, previously I've done things where it's like I've been threatening to get towards 1,000. I said, shall I leave it until it's 1,000? Shall I leave it until 1,000? But previously I've always actually done a good clear out before it actually got that far, and this time I haven't. Right. The XF-120 Death Rain by LT for Life. Ooh. So these are all, yeah, they're all linked. So these are assist motors for taking off. Okay. And we got the ordnance bays underneath. How heavy are we looking? 37 tons. Let's just get rid of all the bits of liquid fuel we can see. Because that's quite a lot. You can't know. Select tank type. There we go, liquid fuel. And we take all of it out. Okay. 19.45 tons. It's still quite a chunky boy, but not as bad as it was. Spade tail. There's nothing else in here, is there? No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. And then we're just going to want to get whiplash engines. Interesting. Where are we going to line you up with? I think we'll line you up there. 320, and then 80 in there. That's going to be too much. So we'll take some out of there. Oh, bugger. Ah, I've lost it now. I had a reference on the thing as to where it was. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We get 80 in there. We get about 240 in here. An 80 in there, an 80, and that's about right. Okay. And yeah, before we get going much further, we'll call this the adjusted version. And where did we get to with our little patron Kerbals? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Stick Garman! For life, wanting to say hi, this disaster is indeed my doing. Robin and Whiplash even better. Racial rockets? What? Eh? This one and hopefully one more. It is just gone 8 o'clock, so time for me to stay super chat. As nobody would like to support the channel that way, or if you'd like to support the channel in any other way, there are links to the PayPal and Patreon in the description. You too can get your own little patron Kerbal like Steep Kerman here. You're hidden behind a little, what I presume should be some sort of heads-up display, but is just completely opaque. As well as name at the end of the videos, access to the Patreon and Discord, access to everything I upload to Patreon, that sort of thing. Those last two, not much going on at the moment. Authority limits 15, 25, but not active for anything, and authority limit 30. Oh, I took out all the fuel. I took out all the oxidizer, didn't I? Oopsie. We're going to turn you on to roll. Now let's turn that down to 15. Okay, that's slightly better. If If you look at the size of the craft, look at those tail fins. Those are just redonkulously small for the size of the craft, which is why I think we're having to get them up to like 30 degrees, and then it takes them a while to settle back down again. These are just on yaw. These barely give us any yaw. Right. The next one is already picked. I have a waiting list. So what's the weight? What's our mass down to now? 21 tons. Okay, it's an improvement. Those are about as much use as a soggy donut to a drowning man. You down to 10. You're only you. Not like that. Not quite that much. But we are going to want some extra stuff on the back there, just because of the scale of the damn thing. Okay, let's notch that down to 15 and see how we do with that. What is the RCS on this? 46. I think those are nearly... I think they're a bit further outwards like that, weren't they? Oh, God. 23.57. So if I have them back where I put them originally, 26.71. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to switch this back to oxidizer. I'm just going to switch maybe this little bit one. No. We'll get this back to liquid fuel. We just want a little bit of oxidizer, just a tiny little amount, and that'll burn out pretty quickly because it's not going to make much difference to the actual weight of the thing, because it's just going to be gone by the time we get anywhere near combat. Let's do another one with Mystique. Game family, hello! I don't know what cockpit that is. I will find out for you in a second. Yeah. Mark 22 Raptor S cockpit. I have no idea, but so okay, we didn't get the full whack of it there, but it was very impressive. I don't even think we need that on 15. I think with the amount we've got there, I think we can just like put it on 10. Oh, it's a heavy beast. You can tell just with the way it turns. I'm going to assume this isn't really meant to be... It seems more to be more of a heavy interceptor. an actual out-and-out dogfighter, which is why I tried to test the craft on their own terms, so like put them up against my fixed versions of themselves. Yep, here comes the ground. Hey! But also look at the low. Thrust to weight ratio of less than 1. Yeah, high altitude, high speed interceptor. Rockets help it during takeoff and the initial ascent. So yeah, you can adjust the amount of oxidizer to your liking. Master alarm. Engine flame out. No, they're both fine. Can you actually? Is there any way you can? How do these flips? Oh, cool! Some of these things actually work. Not all of them though. I can't reset the master alarm. What the hell is that? HUD power. HUD power on. Oh, nice. Still can't see a sodding thing though. I don't think there's a hell of a lot I can do with this thing, given what it as a craft is supposed to be. I suppose we can just go and test the whole high altitude, high speed aspect of it. And as we get further past further into supersonic, then these should really start picking up with the thrust. Oopsie-daisy, that's just up our noses a little bit. Oh, look at her go! Yeah, thrust picking up as our speed picks up. How are we doing? There isn't an independent way to sort of like independently see what Mach number you're doing, because I don't think KSP models varying Mach numbers. But I don't think it models Mach numbers much at all, really. Regardless, I think we could reasonably be said to be going over Mach 3. Anyway. It is an interceptor, it is designed to fight, so I think it is legitimate we do put it into some sort of combat testing. Airplanes Plus mod, let me see. Airplane Plus. parts command. Oh, accidentally did something wrong there. I'm not sure if it's one of those. I have a feeling it's from one of the other mods. But yeah, if we sort of kind of do have to test it a little bit. Adjusted version, original version, Steak, so Watermelon, Vengeance, Yosemite, back up to the top, Adam, Ben, Bryce, spawn only. It's a good looking cockpit. I'm not sure how I'd like the black. Well, I suppose you can't see through them anyway in KSP. That's what I do like about KSP 2. I mean, it probably adds God knows what to the graphics overhead, but it does look nice. Right. Now, of course, these things are going to have much more in the fuel tanks when it comes to their rockets. So, this could be interesting. It's not. I did a video recently called "Is It Fixed?" and it ran quite well. One of the other ones has crashed. Why do you struggle so? I think we might need the extra oxidizer in there. Why did that? I don't know why, but it suddenly decided it was going to stick some extra oxidizer in it, and that's far back, so that was going to destabilize it as well. So that's probably not. That probably didn't help with the whole thing. But regardless, we'll switch that out for some oxidizer, so we do have a little bit of extra oomph taking off, and hopefully that will fix. Getting rid of that liquid fuel and adding that will sort the problem. 14 likes, thank you very much, everybody. How are we doing? How's... Oh, Mark III fuselage and large wings. Oh, I haven't tested that. I haven't tested to see if how firmly the wings are attached. Right. So, with a bit of luck, we'll have sorted that little issue. Adjusted version versus the regular version, and once again, Watermelon, Vengeance, Yosemite, Adam, Ben, Bryce, spawn only. Right, Reader 12, hello! I think the thing is with the wings falling off, you're not supposed to be able to pull ridiculous manoeuvres in a space shuttle type craft during, on re-entering the atmosphere. The wings on a, like the space shuttle probably would just fall off. I've just got 1 minute of ads. Really? Yeah, YouTube, to help you increase your ad revenue, doesn't let me set the type of ads I want at the start of my videos or stream. Just whether I want them on or off. Which means I can't do the thing I did previously of making sure ads were reasonably minimal and skippable. Now it's just whatever YouTube decides to throw at people. Oh, it's auto-filled the cockpits as well. That's nice. Right. Oh god, and I forgot this drains your liquid fuel as well, doesn't it? So I'm going to run out of liquid fuel before I run out of oxidizer. I am a freaking genius! Are you able to make it do a Cobra? Possibly? Who knows? Yeah, in order to... Okay. I'll just stick some fuel in, not realising that, how little liquid fuel... What I'm going to do with you. I'm going to take you back to liquid fuel and just empty you. So we've got one of those tanks there filled with oxidizer. We're going to have one of those tanks here filled with liquid fuel. And hopefully that should just let us take off like normally. Hopefully. So we're 240. Just let me check something. You want a little less liquid fuel than you have oxidizer, so oxidizer is going to burn less than it. Okay. And we had 240 in here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to up the fuel flow priority on that, just to make sure that we burn through that fuel first so that it doesn't unbalance the craft. Okay, I think we're good. Oh Jesus! Some of the adverts you get. Do they do 2-minute unskippables now? Really? I quitted for half an hour. What happened? Not a lot. I'm just apparently forgetting all the basics of rocket engines. So well done me. Once again. Watermelon, Rembrandt's Yosemite, Adam, Ben, Bryce, spawn only. No, I've worked it out now. I was just being an idiot. So hopefully this time this should go off without a hitch. Maybe 17 likes. Thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. Bit of loose skin, which I'm sure was incredibly pleasant for all of you to watch. Why is it taking so long this time? This is genuinely an interceptor, isn't it? There's no guns on this thing at all. I've just had a thought. We do have countermeasures. Gain altitude 5,000 meters. I might adjust that. Maybe let's go for the 5,000 meters for this. And the competition starts. Actually, they did make it up to that altitude, so fair play to them. But of course, in this air, you're barely going to be able to get around. And the air is so thin. Exceptionally difficult to manoeuvre, particularly at these speeds. How are the other ones getting along? Okay-ish. Missiles are going in from this side. This one can't get a lock. Did you just try to launch a missile and just hit yourself? That was a close. That's a close call. You've run out of countermeasures, haven't you? Now these should be the more manoeuvrable. So I don't know why they are doing quite so badly at evading missiles. Oh God. That was quite impressive. I think I am going to why they are racial rocket engines radial. Yeah. I'm not sure what to make it. I think I'm going to say that this type of craft is beyond, is outside the intended scope of this clinic. I made some input on what I believed were the shortcomings of the craft, but most of them were made when I thought this was just some kind of regular heavy interceptor. I sort of cottoned on pretty quickly with the design of it. It was what it was basically made for, but yeah. I think I'm just going to admit defeat on that one and move on. I could probably do a better job on it, but it's gonna take longer than I think I reasonably have. My apologies to LT for life. Hopefully a few handy suggestions in there though. I maybe should have left. Have you sent that to me, White Raider 12? Have you sent that to me specifically for Fighter Clinic? So let's move on. It's probably handy that I concede defeat on that one early, because otherwise we were going to struggle to get the next one in. Where is it? Is it not? I've got it written down as the XF something, but it's not, is it? It's... is the XF. I'm going to make a note of that on here. I think that's more something to do with the mailbag on Sunday, because I'm probably going to run a little bit over on this, and I'm going to have to disappear fairly quickly. Right, Andrew Lee, what have you sent me? Something positively sane by all accounts, except maybe the number of countermeasure dispensers. Yeah, if you send it to me specifically for the mailbag stream, then I will get to taking a look at, where do we get to? Ghosty Kerman. Right, let's launch this and have a look. Oh, I've suddenly just realised how tired I am. Also, I could do with some more fluids. Starting to feel a bit parched. This one is just Sainsbury's bog standard diet lemonade, in case anyone was interested. Okay. Interesting start. Yeah. Ah, God, the lid thing's done a... not the lid, the little other plasticky bit around the neck of the bottle. Ugh. Okay, that's a little better. Do like a little bit of a light, nimble, single-engine craft. Wait, is this thing actually... this thing is set for roll only. That's kind of obscene. Was this done because this gave too much control authority? Okay. What can we do on this one? There we go, just prevent it from crashing. I think I'm going to want to see this in a dogfight pretty much straight away, just to get a feel for where any problems might lie. Assuming there are any problems, and Andrew hasn't sent this to me basically to show off. What should we go for? Let's go for something like what exactly do we want to test? I might whip my vortex out, if you'll excuse that. Very ghosty, so we want Gorilla, GT, Ion, those are all unmanned drones, so let's see what happens if we do that. My UV tonic, yeah, it was a bit weird. Then I realised I probably didn't have enough thrust to start going forward again before the ground came up to say hello. Donna Kyle, Thunder Triangle. Can we expect sufficiently Dorito-shaped craft? Okay. So it's gone 8:30, so time for me to say Super Chat is enabled if you'd like to help support the channel that way, or if you'd like to help support the channel in any other way. There are links to the PayPal and the Patreon in the description. You too can get your own little Patreon Kerbal like Gorilla Kerman here and the rest. All this name at the end of videos, access to the Patreon and Discord, access to everything I upload to Patreon, which is a grand total of two pieces of raw game footage. I will get round to doing something else at some point, probably. But all of your very, very kind contributions go towards helping you make this channel bigger and better. Let's get this going. Now these things haven't been tuned. I don't think I've tuned these since I first made them. I think they're good enough to do the business, but we will have to see. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Amram's away. I haven't tuned the countermeasures on these either, so that might be a worry. I think they might have enough to withstand the likely 2 volleys of AMRAAMs. I don't think they could withstand a third, but I don't think they're going to need to withstand a third. 8, and I think that's that done. Let's see if I can sort of like sort out the dogfight cap. camera inertia, I want basically that on 0. Oh, something's gone. Okay, that's better. Okay, this one's had some damage on it. This one has had, that one's had a lot of damage. This one appears to be perfectly, no, it's not perfectly healthy. It's got bits missing. Okay, that was not a good matchup. I spent too long focusing on the thing, and let's just do the same thing with the same Kerbals, but with a different craft. And Ion, Josh, Steak, Watermelon, stop competition spawn only. Well, you install camera tools and you click on the button. Let's get this one going quickly, and then hopefully I can see the Grimorse. I can see that in its in a slightly more accurate light. And let's actually focus on the damn thing this time instead of faffing about with the other craft. It is a little wobbly, isn't it? 25. How quickly is it getting through the countermeasures as well? Reasonably quickly. There go a hail of missiles, though. Yeah, that one's taking some damage. Let's look at some of the other ones. Oh my god! That was close. Again, this one also has lost a it's one of those control surfaces. This one's still healthy for the moment. Brief pause in the sound, don't know why that is, keeps taking a smattering. Well, the spike tails has gone. A gun kill. Oh, can't quite manage it. I mean, it's... Oh, there we go. This one's oh yeah, this one's lost a control surface. Heads into the ground. yeah, there's a lot to like here, and so this is set for roll, of course. This is set for pitch. This is set for roll. I'm going to do, I mean, look at the authority limits on those. We're going to do the more traditional thing. You're set for yaw. I think we can probably notch that down. We're not going to need anywhere near that much, are we? No, not you. Oh, where the hell did we get to? Was it Vengeance, Kerman? I can't remember. I think so. Right. They were just missing that little bit of stability, weren't they? I mean, they won. But it could very easily have been different. That's a point. That was one thing I haven't checked. Liquid fuel 200, perfect. Oh, I mean, it will go post-stall. The engine gimbal on that like. Right, okay, so we're starting a fight. We're normally up to about 200 meters per second. I'm going to pull round like that. This to 12. Because I feel like its ability to almost gyro ball is actually quite intrinsic to the craft. What I might do is I might put that back on roll, actually. Um... 18 likes, thank you very much, everybody. Right. So let's make those adjustments. As I said, I probably want to almost get these up to 12. These on 15, probably about enough given what I was looking at there. Just briefly want to check countermeasure settings. Fire dumper sequence. Sequence. Okay, just so we ease off on the countermeasure use a little bit. I want to get straight into another test on this one. Another test dogfight. Because I think that's the thing when you're testing craft that's already pretty good. So make some changes, see if you actually made it better or worse. They just were a little bit too wobbly. I just get the feeling with a little bit of extra stability they could have finished those spike tails off much quicker than that. So where do we get to? Vengeance, Kerman, so Yosemite, Adam, Ben, Bryce, Ghosty, Gorilla. It doesn't mean or has the chat gone dead? Hello? Is it just my connection? Let me just check. No, apparently not my connection. The chat's just gone dead. Oh, let's get right into it quickly then. Light Raider 12! Yay, someone's there. Simply eating an apple. I think also just with the authority limit set so high on those control surfaces, it's not going to be as responsive. Still got plenty of the wobble. It'll be a much more responsive wobble now. That's a lot of missiles away. Another pair of sidewinders away, pretty well timed. Gunfire going in. Something was just exploding. Oh god, one of the adjusted versions. Why does this always happen? I mean, Jesus, these things can turn. What is it about these things? They just... I'm actually fairly good at getting the kill. But not apparently avoiding the ground. Making a lightweight fighting KSB right now. Nice! iDrone. I want to turn that on to pitch as well. And maybe notch this down a bit. What does that do? Because the other one seemed to be doing very well using those the inside ailerons almost as elevators. But I wouldn't have thought that would do you much good, because you're getting a lot of drag relative to the pitch moment. Relative to just like a traditional tail elevator, but I'm starting to wonder if that was part of the secret almost. Because just their ability to just maneuver like that in those dogfights was just stunning. I think they're going to go straight into another test. Can I crack? The thing is, this is not the sort of fight the fighter clinic is really designed for, because this is already pretty good. But I have started, so I'll finish. Where are you? Spawn only. I think that's going to have to be like a mailbag thing, something for the Sunday mailbag. So what we kind of want to do is create the same sort of turning forces on it, but do so with less deflection, so that then the whole thing's more responsive. So then it should... That's the theory. It should control itself a bit better, but... Ooh. Next mailbag will be on Sunday, unless something goes wrong. Something unforeseen happens, but yeah, failing that, yeah, mailbag on Sunday. That's a lot of missiles for one volley. Why did you do that? Why did you do that? Don't just try and outrun the missile. It's not going to work. I'm not sure what extent to just call that a lucky missile hit. Of course, now it's a 2-on-1. Oh, this thing's distracted by the landed one. It's 1v1. Precious seconds lost in that turn. What is this monster I have created? Aside from the unlucky missile kill, I think I've done it. I think I've cracked it. Holy hell. Well, I think that might be a good place to leave it. Yep. Because I'm knackered. Gotta be up early tomorrow because the little one's got preschool, so... Right. Thank you everybody for coming along. Thank you everybody for getting involved with the chat. Thank you very much for the likes, and thank you to everybody who sent in a graft. My apologies if I haven't gotten to yours yet. Should hopefully be at some point. It's been a fairly quiet evening as far as the Fighter Clinic submissions are, so it allowed me to get chalk a couple of the craft from previous streams off, which is good. But Jesus, what have we created here? I think it's just the extent to which it works so well with the original tune. That's what gets me with this thing. Just the... Well, I mean, you saw it yourself. Just how it could just pick off that other XF-30. But yeah, we will leave it there. I will be back. There will be hopefully a video of some description on Saturday. Then mailbag stream Sunday, and a week today, of course, we are back to Sweden for our little CK3 playthrough. It's a pleasant, chilled stream, that one, if you fancy it. We do have a bit of fun. Okay, but that will be all for now. Plenty of stuff coming up. Stop slouching, Smith. Until then, though, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you next time.